Welcome to today's episode with the full-time friends, where football talks never end. My name is Blessed, and I have with me the some parts of the friends today. I have Elijah and Raphael as always. Raphael looking all gloomy because of the Sunderland, the Sunderland victory at the bridge at the weekend, and Elijah looking so happy. Ruben Amorim with the third straight victory for Manchester United. Manchester United is looking like they are coming back. And Elijah is looking, no, he's just a young. Since Amorim just making the win,
I'm,
he's
I'm
just a
looking
young.
I'm looking brightened.
You're looking back. All right, how far? How you look? How you
Oh,
look?
Guys, just people when they appear, allow they happy. Just allow me
Well, how
be.
far?
I'm
How
not they
you
happy
look?
at
Talk to
all.
me. How are you feeling?
I'm not feeling good. I'm
Why?
feeling some type of
Why?
way.
Why? 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 They say
My boys
they say the sun is shining under the land, huh?
no Chelsea just for my they just show everything why they complain about every other week. Mine just play this previous weekend. So to me, it was a disappointing weekend. I'm not getting today happy. But we move. We're here
A
to talk
very
regardless.
disappointing,
So
a very disappointing weekend for Chelsea. Very disappointing weekend for Liverpool. But an all-round interesting weekend generally for the football lovers because in a weekend where we saw Sunderland defeat Chelsea at the Stamford Bridge, Manchester United actually beating Brighton, one of the thorn in their flesh over the past years. And again, Liverpool losing to Brentford, a team that they have actually edged over for a very long time. And Arsenal getting a narrow victory against Crystal Palace, Man City losing to Villa, and the El Clasico. A very interesting weekend in general. So, how I
sorry,
enjoy this
sorry.
weekend because
For me, it was not a nice weekend at all because
now what I want to just
all my hate watch was unsuccessful. All from Man U, from El Clasico, everything did not just work out the way I planned.
see
And
as 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 the hate watch they go wrong for you, the hate watch they go better for Elijah because I see Elijah just get a very perfect weekend. But I see the weekend just the wife.
now what I did tell him earlier, say now it's just a time to shine. Now time for you to enjoy the spotlight with this. So you guys grab her with both hands and enjoy her. Because if you not last, but I understand where they come from if you deal overexcited, you deserve them.
Well, I'm talking about deserving. We'll start with the El Clasico, the biggest game of the weekend at Spain, where Barcelona visited the Santiago Bernabeu, the new Santiago Bernabeu. Again, where last season Barcelona actually dominated this particular fixture 4 times in a row, defeating Real Madrid, humiliating and humbling Real Madrid last season. But this particular season, before the game, we were having a lot of talks about Lamine Yamal and his off the pitch talks. Everybody can actually feel say Lamine Yamal will come in as a very different player this time around with a lot of talks and trying to show the actions in the pitch. But the very moment the game starts, we see Lamine Yamal being pocketed again. It can't just be like say Alvaro Carreras just go what do they call this guy for PSG? Don't know. Abi? This PSG left back again. Nuno Mendes. Just
Mendes,
like say
Mendes, yeah.
Carreras just go Nuno Mendes shop, just knock, see how far. Nuno Mendes, I won't buy something today.
Give me
Give me
tools. Give me tools.
give me tools to take care of Lamine Yamal. Because this guy don't they talk too much. So I won't actually buy with him. I go fit take a hold down this guy. And we actually still say, yeah, he actually bought the right tools from Nuno Mendes. And they were able to pocket Lamine Yamal and shut his mouth. So generally, make a hear on our thoughts from this El Clasico match. Elijah first, please.
Um, I, I don't really know, but the match, the performance from both sides yesterday, don't be really waiting I expect to see from an El Clasico. I believe say the last season itself, like they played the both teams played a better football than yesterday. After all the hype around the match and everything, even Lami Yamal aside, I don't really think say the both teams. I don't really think say the players they turn up. Like the match was just based on hype. A classic will not be waiting really not be waiting it be years ago. So talking about yesterday match, I don't really know what you really say about Lami Yama performance, but personally I think say Barca performance yesterday not get anything to do with just Lami Yama. Like the team, as the Barca the team, they not really perform yesterday at all. The team they not turn up. I believe say based on maybe they get injuries or so. They that yesterday they miss some of their key players in the likes of Rafinha and Lewandowski. They're not there. They're not there available yesterday. So I don't really think say Barca play the football. Maybe say I be they expect them to play. So they get their chances. They get some few. They get some few chances. Fermin Lopez, I be able to be named. I don't really know what that guy they do for Barca. Like I expected much better yesterday. That guy get clear cut chances to bury that game yesterday, but I don't really know what happened. They play ball straight to Courtois. Like, you won't score Courtois, they play direct shot to him. Don't be say you don't that pressure, nothing. Just they play direct shots, this that. So on the other hand, Real Madrid, I know though they play well for the first half, they get opportunity, they use opportunity. We're coming to the second half. I don't really think they play anything at all aside from the penalty where they get, which was a lucky penalty. That aside, I don't really think say they play anything for that second half at all. Barca control most of the games, most of the games. So massive win for Real Madrid. Um, still a long run for the title race, but massive 3 points, massive 3 points for them. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, for Real Madrid, there's a feedback, so I don't know who that feedback is coming from, so the person can sort it out. For Real Madrid, yesterday, I would say Barcelona they did not turn up personally because they had like a very average game. Yes, and that's not like the Barcelona who have come to see and love their football. The game yesterday, you saw that for me, it was like one-way traffic. It was just Real Madrid attack over and over, and I don't know how that game ended up with just a scoreline of 2 goals to 1. You understand? Because to me, there was supposed to be a lot more goals. I don't know whether the Real Madrid players played corner or they played sports betting on corner on their own, that it just wasn't more corners than goals. But the amount of corners that came into that game was far too much. Then coming to Yemin Lamar uh, was like a ghost. It was like Casper the Ghost in that match. You understand? They were able to keep him so quiet, and I feel like Ferran Torres did not really do what Lewandowski has done over the past 2 seasons, 3 seasons, especially in the Classico. And you saw how much they missed Rafinha. You might say Yamal might be the best player, but when it comes to a very direct and surprisingly, I would say skillful winger in Rafinha, I feel like he brings something different to that Barcelona squad when it comes to attacking. So I felt like yesterday Barcelona actually missed a lot of players, and it actually showed. You saw personally, I feel like the best time to get the best out of Pedri is within the first 17 minutes of the game. If Pedri cannot influence the game towards the end of the game, Pedri seems tired in most games. So I feel like he doesn't have the legs to give the final product when it comes to games like this. And you saw that Real Madrid actually played to their strengths. The game was not difficult for Madrid at all yesterday. So I felt like yesterday was a good game for Real Madrid as a whole, from the squad and what they're trying to build as a squad. I felt like it was a good game for them. Good game from Camavinga, good game from Mbappe. Rodrigo, to me, it didn't give the fact because I was expecting him to take his chances from yesterday. But another thing I would like to talk about is the attitude of Vinicius yesterday. It did not show or it did not look good at all because in the end, I think in football, the manager has the right to remove anybody. And if he feels like if he has given enough and he wants to take you off, I think that was just what almost took away from the performance that Real Madrid had yesterday. And I feel like going forward, if he has to like work on it, or the manager is going to want to show that he is in charge and he's going to suffer from being benched. So I think all-round game for Real Madrid yesterday was a very good one, and kudos to them for the 3 points. That's my take.
Kudos to Real Madrid for 3 points yesterday, just like you said. And also, a very different kind of performance from Madrid, from Xabi Alonso, because we actually saw Madrid to take the lead. And it would have been a very humiliating defeat for Barcelona because of the fact that we saw a goal being ruled out for Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe again missed a penalty, and Jude Bellingham also had a goal being ruled out because of offside. Do you think that Xabi Alonso was able to contain Barcelona a lot in this particular fixture? Because we did not really, as much as you say, okay, Barcelona actually dominated in terms of possession and all that. We saw Madrid being able to high press and also contain Barcelona in the middle of the park. Should we call this a win from the brilliance of Xabi Alonso or a win from the hunger of the players?
I don't think personally. I don't think Real Madrid win yesterday was down to the tactical brilliance of Xavi of Alonso. Yeah. So
Alonso.
I mean it was all what we saw yesterday during the match was what we expected, right? Baka coming into Santiago Bernabeu, playing with an eye line. Madrid, like, but I believe it was all what we saw yesterday was just the basic. It was what any manager would do yesterday to punish that Baka eye line can do to beat Baka.
So now let's I want to talk about this Lamine Yamal guy. This Lamine Yamal boy, because actually he's a thing, he's a boy. But then again, he gets the attitude of a player with over 25 years experience because his attitude off the pitch recently not really the match he attitude on the pitch. We saw what he did at the Nations League final just before the final, what he was posting and how that final went for him against Portugal, playing for Spain. And now just before this El Clasico, he went for an interview and then he spoke about Real Madrid being cheaters and how the Madrid team would always cry even after cheating. That was a very bold statement from an 18-year-old. Do you think he's on the right track,
For me, I
Mario?
don't think. I feel like for me, what he's doing, like I feel like the people surrounding him are not doing a great job. I feel like the amount of like when you come to traditional players that I've seen over the years, at that age, they are not really active. I will not say I saw even as good as saw an 18-year-old, 19-year-old Lionel Messi. He did not come out and do all these things online. You understand? They did their talking more on the pitch than social media or activities outside football. You did not see Messi's father coming and saying some kind of controversial things, supporting his son or about his son. But I feel like Yamal's father is playing a big role because that's like the first role model you have in your life. And the fact that the father is giving the son this kind of ideas or giving this kind of notion in such a young age. I feel like I told you last time, like I feel like whatever is going to happen to Yamal is going to be his ability to handle some kind of things off the pitch as well as on the pitch. Because yesterday I saw that when after the when Baka was losing up to a point, when they decided to make fun of him, he was ready to fight at that point. You understand? I don't think that's good for a young player because I feel like pride and humility, there's a fine line between it. But I feel like Yamal he started off well. You understand? It's good that we saw him humbling players that were bigger or older than him. But now he needs to find it himself to like hold it down and just do his talking on the pitch. Because in the end, if he goes through a drought or a difficult period, he'll be under more pressure because of everything that he has done or everything that he has said
Sounds
before
so
now.
true.
You understand? So there are a lot of people waiting for him. There are a lot of people that do not like him because of the kind of
I
life.
mean, a lot of people. I mean, a lot
Yeah,
of
I know a
people.
lot of people. I know a lot of people that are waiting. But I feel like he's a good player. I feel like I like him as a footballer. But I just feel like we have seen many players come. I always make reference to players like Patu that came and they stayed for a while, but they did not hit the height that we were expecting. So I feel like he's still young and he needs to just calm down and put his head and play football. So I feel like that's just what he needs to do first of all.
Okay, De Jong came out yesterday during the post-match interview. He said Lamine Yamal was not the one that said Real Madrid cheats. He said it was someone from it was someone from the Kings League. I talk and pass. He said it was not Yamal that made that statement and that the media got everything all wrong and all that. So I don't know how true it is, but definitely I'm expecting Yamal to pick up the form he had last season. I think what is happening to him right now boils down to the series of injuries he has had
Yeah,
the past months, and also down to the team's performance. I mean, Barca are not playing at the very very top level right now, regardless of their results. Though they might have won some matches, but I don't think the results reflects to the performances they are putting out week in week,
or
week
yeah,
in week
yeah.
out. Yeah, so I think if the whole of the team can come out and perform the way they did last season, definitely, I think Yama will definitely pick up his form. So I'm not personally I'm not concerned about his performances right now. He's a very very talented individual who I think can handle a lot of pressure. So I mean, sometimes was it sometimes last season he posted he said what is pressure. So I don't think the media pressure or something can easily get to him or something. So I'm bracing up to when he will be back at his best.
No, what I mean,
Well,
sorry,
from
blessed. What I mean is like I'm not talking about his performance. Personally, we know that the injury that he went through before now that he's playing again, definitely it's not in the form that he was before the injury. I know gradually we get up to that form again, but it's times like this that players that you have or clubs that you have said something against. You understand? It did not matter whether it's 2 seasons ago or last season that he said it against Madrid. Madrid are still holding grudges against him. So this was the perfect time for them to get their revenge, and they did because they had a better game. They were able to keep him quiet. They were able to make fun of him on the pitch, crying, all the kind of things. So they were able to rile him up. You understand? So they right now, I think this match was just something to humble him to make him know that as good as you are, just the way we saw him humbling Mbappe a couple of years ago, as good as you are, is football. You can have a good day, you can have a bad day. You understand? But my own is I just want him to like turn it down a notch when it comes to trying to the media part of it. Just do your talking on the pitch. You understand? Messi did it every other game without having to open his mouth. You understand? So I feel like he can do it too. So that's what I just feel like he needs to work on. But it's an outstanding footballer, definitely.
Yesterday, after the rush ended the game, I saw Real Madrid players. They were celebrating. I think they gathered and they were jumping up. It was very very embarrassing on my end. It was very, very embarrassing. Just 9 matches into the season, you are celebrating. Not that
like I know,
you won the
not be
final.
about celebrating. No, no, not be about celebrating a victory or winning the league. It's about celebrating an El Clasico. These teams now teams when we say we don't see them over the years since we begin watch football, we know how much of a rivalry there between Barcelona and Real Madrid. So if anybody actually come out on top, even if say na even good competition, now they put something like El Clasico, you go happy. If na Barcelona actually defeats Madrid yesterday, you think say the joy for that Bernabeu for day different. See, you actually showed me that thing Lamine Yamal for carry Barcelona flag yesterday, run rounds that Santiago Bernabeu to take justify a talk. So Barcelona, the Madrid fans actually celebrating that way, not actually mean say they win trophy. That's just the fact say they get an edge yesterday over people when we say dunk them 4 times last season. You understand? So I
Sorry,
don't
sorry,
really go fault
sorry, blessed.
that particular that celebration.
Yeah, sorry. Personally, I don't feel say a classical to me past rivalry. It must be like I don't say hate like the right word, but hatred day between them. Like now when they see football, say this much the match when they see people they bleed for the peace. People they carry injury, they come out the field, and they fight. You know, over the years, even as more as football don't change, say the two clubs don't like each other still. So now just to do the most, now the thing just there about. So I feel it's just one of those games. You understand? Now we just come to understand over the years. So we just love him for the way he go. But irrespective, like, Yamal yesterday now just to humble him a bit. And I feel say Madrid never win the league because La Liga, I think now by the next El Clasico, now we're going to say, okay, whoever they win the league, another time go decide.
This
So the league is
particular
still
see,
long.
which I need to understand is this particular fixture and fixture say they decide the league.
Yeah.
Anybody check out over the years. Anybody when come on top for any of the air classicals, for all the air classicals, if you have the most wins in the air classicals in the season, you don't win the league a bit like basically because every other team for La Liga and walk over for this particular two teams. You dey get we don't see this Madrid team this season actually go through things until they meet Atletico Madrid when actually humble them. And again, now beating Real Madrid will actually make up for that. I say beating Barcelona will actually make up for that Atletico Madrid's loss. One
But
thing that
so sorry, sorry, blessed. So the
right,
same Barcelona beat because say Barcelona Atletico could still play. And just of Barcelona beating Atletico, they top still. So all those ones now still. And I want to tell you, say the league still long, irrespective of you understand. So carry on. Sorry to interrupt.
no Allah. So I'll talk about Elijah Guy, the man that actually left the shores of his land and sailed to Espanya on a loan move from Manchester. He found himself in Catalonia. Doctor Marcus Rashford, a positive light. The guy don't find his feet again, but I feel I did sense the fact because I saw a part of that match. There was a moment in the game where he had a chance. He had an opening where Femi Lopez supposed actually pass the ball through to Rashford, but Femi Lopez decided to go on his own, and then that will not even lead to anything. Do you think this Barcelona side never show Rashford enough respect, even as much as he don't actually get a lot of involvement in their goals? Because we saw him during the midweek against Olympiacos scoring 2 goals, and yesterday he gave the assist for the goal. Do you think this Barcelona side not to give the guy enough respect, Elijah?
I don't watch Barca matches closely this season, and I I really I go really talk say waiting you what this thing when you talk about now sometimes I don't really notice like yesterday you know how many times I shout yesterday say pass this ball to Rashford and not be the first time when we say they complain where say they why they make this complaint their previous matches so I'll be like bro see Rashford open for you. Like pass this ball, give him a finish. Like we all know how much of a good finish Rashford is. Rashford dey in free space. Pass this ball, give him may score goal. No. I, I don't really know why I don't really know why Barca players not really they pass the ball give him. I don't know whether they think say I don't really know. I know personally I don't really know, but looking at his performances so far for Barcelona, I think the performance is very very impressive, very very impressive. I think maybe their years goes forward this season or so, and most of the matches they either get goal or assist, which I think is a very good thing. Say go help improve a confidence and all that, but I don't really know whether not down to tactics or something system. I don't really know that I would also okay. You never really say adapt to the style of football or something, but I really think say backup players they really need to find Rashford more. They really need to pass the ball, give him more. They're very very good finisher. That aside, we don't see him now. Say for the past few matches now, if he dey start from wing now, as a flick, go carry am come number 9, which I don't really think say number 9 na best position. The two matches when I don't see her play number 9 now, it is struggle. They struggle for that. It is struggle for them. They know when to make runs. They know like when to draw back or something like that. But all those things now they limit the game. Play this guy for a position. But we know say okay, yes, because of injury where back I get right now, why did they play him for number 9 position? But play this guy to his strengths. Pass the ball, give him. If they make some kind of runs, they not Dijon not fit define Dijon not fit define now. We see what happened for Liverpool smash. That first goal and score, the second goal and score. After that, after I make that run, now Pedro find now. Just one touch, he score. That season when Rashford scored 41 goals and assists for Man U, all those kind of runs that Rashford they make. We get midfielders, we get wingers where they feel they find them. Just one on one like this, pull you for speed, go light them. So I personally I don't really think say Rashford they get enough service from these Barcelona players. And yesterday not be the first time I had the experience. I always complain, pass this ball to Rashford, pass this ball to Rashford. I don't really know, but hopefully the backup players will really understand the kind of player when he be and his style of play. Yeah.
All right. Well, honestly, I could say I have been impressed with Marcus Rashford, honestly, because I don't really expect him to enter this Barcelona side and get this much impact for the team as much as he's doing now. But kudos to him, and I'm not gonna say thank God to Rafinha injury, because Rafinha basically na Barcelona most important player, because last night or after the match we saw a lot of Barcelona fans crying out for Rafinha to actually come back. But then again, we will still hear them talk about giving the Ballon d'Or to Lamine Yamal, and then again Rafinha being your most important player. So Barcelona fans actually need to get their talks right and know who is more important between Rafinha and Lamine Yamal. And also, if Rafinha come back now, what happens to Marcus Rashford? You will can't drop this Marcus Rashford when we say don't they on this almost red hot form, because to me this is almost like he's getting on his feet again, and dropping him will actually affect him mentally, because we know say Marcus Rashford now that player when we say a little bit of shakiness will affect him, and the outputs become the begin job. So at this point in time, all he needs is the support and consistency in terms of game time. Now, enough of El Clasico. We come back to our beloved Premier League. Alpha Amar, how are you?
I do, I do.
Well, I'm
I'm
not gonna start with
okay.
you now. I won't start with people when we say actually the top Man United after. Sorry, I don't give them up. The people when they actually the top Chelsea after this match week. Manchester United. Slowly but surely, United don't come back to themselves. Elijah, okay, don't come back. Slowly but surely, say Elijah, Man United don't come back to themselves. We don't see them. They build confidence and a little bit of consistency with the third straight victory in a row under Ruben Amorim. Third straight victory in a row for Manchester United in a very, very long time. Now I go ask Elijah, first of all, because I'm the team. Should we be wary of this United side, or basically this one are just a fluke in form?
Man, it's this question where you ask me so I swear, like I don't really know. I don't really know how to. I don't really know how to answer this question. But for now, I will just say make we just see the watch the team. I will say make we just see the watch the team for now. Make we see how the team go perform in the next few weeks. But for now, I don't really think say we don't really come back or wetin dey happen now. I don't really think say winning 3 matches in a row. I no fit say na fluke. So for now, I go personally I go say make we see the reserve a team. Make we see wetin go happen in the next few weeks. But kudos to Amorim and his boys on 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 their performances this past few weeks. Um, positives for the team, even though we don't see say these teams they still get a lot of work to put in because looking at the match on Saturday, even though we dey win 3-0, to be very honest, I was not really comfortable. Imagine when your team they win 3-0 for home and you know they comfortable. You see the shake somehow. Typically, na the typical man you will know be that. So that aside, the finish was very very nervous and something when I say I think say they will fit work on. So kudos to the team. Like for now, make we just lay low. They put in the performances how they put now. Definitely in the next 4 5 weeks, we go know that we don't really come back or what will happen now. Now by mistake or na by chance. So now my take with that.
I don't know. You just sound like say they're confident enough of
You
this
know,
Manchester
you know,
United
ask me.
side.
Why you not ask me? Why you not ask me?
Yeah, so yeah, give me your thoughts on the Man United game. Actually, do you think it's okay? Wait, just the same question I asked Elijah. I won't ask you now, as a Chelsea fan and as a rival fan. Are you scared of this
Hmm.
Manchester United side? Because honestly, when you see them get over games, then we say we'll actually think of them getting over. So, are you scared of this Man United side?
Right now, no. Right now, no. Because for me, I feel like, in as much as I tell you all the time, say, no, right now, this kind of matches when they win. Now, match when say good for the team to build their confidence. You understand? But in the same way, I understand where Elijah they come from because the goals, in as much as they come, you see, say, on the day, Brighton not really turn up, mistakes here and there, but it was good for Manchester United. You understand, getting the win because it was the kind of match. No matter how they win, you understand. If Chelsea struggle to find way to win Sunderland, I not really care if they play good or not. What you concern me say 3 points don't enter the bag up to the next week, but they not play well. So the kind of times it don't matter. You understand? But what I like Manchester United say they take even when you know expect them to perform now, even when you don't expect them to perform now, they will even tell you say, okay, like this is I swear to God, now this match now they prepare to hit watch. I won't even type for group say Brighton, what do you have for me today? But I just think I'm not tired. I surprised when I wake up because I sleep that time when I surprised when I wake up I see Man they beat Brighton that kind of scoreline. You understand? It did very disappointing as a Chelsea fan see as Man you perform to that level. The same Brighton when Chelsea lose to a couple of weeks ago. You understand? So I feel this is kind of match. Now very good win for Manchester United. Whether they don't come back, whether they don't come back, it not really concern anybody right now. But they're on the right track. You understand? But difficult matches still they come. Where we go see it, watch on. So if they feel survive all those ones, we feel call the talks they come back. But I feel to say to me, Amory never escape. You understand? These are just small lights at the end of the tunnel. Everywhere goes so dark. Darkness must
So, as small
come.
like cigar lights at the end of
Exactly. The very small lights for the tunnel. Darkness must show. They must show. So I still expect Manchester United to escape some, but it will catch up to them. Now just more time it will take.
Man,
That's not my take.
you see how you just dey wait now. You just dey wait for Man U downfall. So one thing I go tell now. No, na no allow Man U come back. Oh. If Man U come
I
back,
Come
beg
back to
last
where?
you.
come
Come
if
on, go
last
say
Come
come
back to where
if
only
last
you
come
want
only
go
three
start
back
matches.
to
to
Man U
Only
now.
okay. okay. Only 3 weeks when we just support you say okay, may everywhere they go well for you. When everybody for the Warriors they happy for man, you say okay, no, una not too suffer. Una want they make match like before again. No, no allow us carry on and go back to the reversal.
But if I begin sit down press man, you know, see, you know,
You know, it's
if
say
I
not be
begin
Wahala.
sit
you. You
down,
say once we start,
if I begin sit down, say I press Manchester United, you know, it's over. So just allow me now, as I dey praise you now,
calm
just dey
down,
accept.
calm
Before they
down.
threaten you, want to
Just
threaten me
enjoy the
say, they threaten me say, if Man United don't come back, say Man United come back, says you guys see
that's
of a
it, that's
truth,
it.
eh?
That's why they tell you for no talk.
Of a truth,
Of a
eh?
truth with it.
This Man United side will actually improve. You know, we dey see. We see the fact say the players don't actually they adapt so well to the Amorim system, and basically I go give a lot of credit to Ruben Amorim for his resilience because if you actually listen to us when they actually tell him over the past month, say change the system, it would have been more difficult or it would have come out easier both ways. But nobody know. But him sticking to his system and trying to make these players adapt, playing the same thing week in week out, that actually leads to this run of good form or good results. Not basically good forms because we dey see them in games where we say that they actually they control phases and also they relapse at some point, just like we see for this Brighton match where they actually let in a goal or two after going 3 goals up. I go want also point out Casemiro. I had told this thing for the group chat yesterday, not yesterday now, about the importance of getting another midfielder next summer because as much as Casemiro now they perform so well, because even if we don't like to talk him now, one of the engines for this Man United side over the past 3 victories, we saw him and how much he worked hard before the red card against Chelsea. We see him versus Liverpool last weekend, and again we see him this particular weekend playing against Brighton. And again, this Brighton match now one of the biggest tests to Manchester United because over the last 6 fixtures before this weekend, Brighton don't actually dog walk this Man United. Like they don't own Man United. So Man United go actually want to make something out of this particular fixture by claiming the right. And again, they don't slowly return Old Trafford to a fortress because since the first loss against Arsenal at home for the match they won, Man United don't win all of their home games. All. And they actually start on a very strong foot. So personally, I feel I'm not scared. I cannot be scared of this Man United until they beat Arsenal. Look at me. Just look at me. Elijah, I cannot be scared. I can only be wary. But I know say now only for a while. When I go shall go back to default settings for some moments. If una fit come back from that particular default settings and it gets a good run of form after that particular fall, then we will not say Man United on the comeback.
I
Um,
just dey wait for una sha. I just dey wait for the perfect opportunity to strike. And when I want
My
strike,
brother,
I swear to God,
there is no perfect time.
this
we have a
platform
very
go
long way to
kill me
go.
and una. So
Twenty 56.
my message to Arsenal and Arsenal fans around the world. Arsenal they watch
Send me the
una
message. Don't worry.
Arsenal they watch una front. Make una dey look una back. When they turn
No,
back,
you don't have strong our back.
So
move
Do
so
back.
you know how?
so
Do you know
so for your
how?
mind,
Wait, look at tell this boy.
so
Wait,
for your
if you
mind,
say me watch our back, you know how fucking strong. You know how strong our back be. You know, the Arsenal will get the greatest back line, BBA back line.
No wahala, no
See,
now why
wahala.
they not they stay
this
now why they not they stay top of table team?
BBA
Now that
back line, that's
BBA
my guy.
now that
BBA,
BBA that go for you for that
okay.
top.
BBA back line.
Ah,
See,
Go Vala. Now Chelsea are blamed for all this nonsense.
the
Now
beautiful
Chelsea
behind, not the Arsenal defense. Arsenal has a
now Chelsea now are
beautiful behind.
blamed.
but
Eh?
banter aside, like I go feel really like talks in man you don't really improve over the past few matches. And one thing I go really one thing I go point out to now I say we dey really dey start game strongly now. We dey start for the past how many matches now we don't say man you dey start with intensity. Now sometimes we say we don't dey lack for throughout last season now sometimes we lack. We know dey start game strongly. We always at the back foot, which is we know how how bad that thing is when you say they always start game sluggishly. They always start
The
like
chase, yeah, the chase game.
we know exactly like now waiting we saw last season, but this is we don't say yes we dey start strongly and most of the time it always be for our favor. The Brighton match, the Brentford match when we lose 3-1, at least now we think really caused that loss. We not really start the game strongly. But looking at the previous matches, massive improvements. You definitely see the work where Amorim they put in. So that aside, I just feel like for now, make we just lay low. Make we just lay low the reserve waiting go happen in the next few weeks. I think
For
our
for
next
me, for me, for me, the best one I fit do for ourselves now just a quiet, just the build on the ground. Because they make
exactly
match for our side, I
exactly
they
no
call on you. So just
no now fans will always be fans now normally fans will always be fans but for now personally the banter aside I just feel like I don't really get
I
much
get
to
I
say
get
now
I get I
about
get
this
I get
season.
my fans when they post. I get my fans when they post how to stay quiet after a win. How to stay quiet for something you just experienced 3 times instead of 3 weeks. You don't feel too comfortable. No worry. You get his voice, no worry.
Your man go dey. Now, moving on from Manchester United and their very incredible performance, we want to talk about swap in destiny. Swap in destiny. Just be like say the bad eggs when we say break for Old Trafford. They sweep am, they come throw am go Anfield. So now Anfield now they smell so bad. Or basically not Anfield in general, plus Liverpool players too. Because over the weekend we saw a Brentford side with Keith Andrews, a set piece coach, as at 5 months ago. They hand Liverpool their fourth straight Premier League defeat in October in a very disappointing performance. Everybody actually see that game. So before I go actually talk, Mario, I want to hear your thoughts on this Liverpool side and what is the problem? Because we don't talk about this Liverpool side like 3 weeks in a row. They always they ask, what's the problem with this team? What did they happen? Like,
And I will tell you the same thing. Liverpool don't lose their fear factor. Nobody dey fear Liverpool again. Liverpool be like they are so open. They are open in so many ways. Like their guts, everything, all their intestine, they show everything dey there for anybody to control because it's so terrible. I watched the match. First of all, credit to this new long throw doings. this long throw na sniper bullets. Na
Wait,
sniper bullets.
who start this long stuff now? Who start am?
I don't know who started, but whoever started, even like so that the relegation people were just come for relegation next time. The long throw, it dey cause Premier League players serious problem. It's crazy because from nothing, but how person hand what did those guys they play for just to play football? Because that throw is fucking long. Sorry for my language. Sorry, that was wrong. That throw is long. Now they don't use that thing to do Chelsea. You work against Chelsea for the weekend. Now against Liverpool at the same time. Now, coming down to Liverpool, the the drop in form of Salah is so obvious now at this point that you cannot deny it anymore. The guy looks lost. Like the Salah, it be like Salah when they Chelsea all those years ago. Those Mourinho years Salah. Now we dey see now for Liverpool because the whole team is looking in shambles. Kudos to Kekes, even as much as they always dey criticize her. He tried his best to put them back into the game and give them something. But Liverpool as a squad, the whole fear that we used to use that we used to watch them before now is not there anymore. And I feel like they have to go back to the drawing board. Tactically, they are not there. On the playing style, I feel like it's so different from what Liverpool has been used to over the years. It's like I feel like even as much as there's a new coach, everything that was being done at Liverpool, their style of play was based on the players' understanding to what Klopp has introduced them to. Their style of pressing, their style of playing the ball in behind, idea of running in behind, and fullbacks and left backs always moving up and down, always ready to work. Now, it's all Slot's idea, and it seems like the players are not actually in line with what they are doing at Liverpool. You see, Sabus Laila were always complaining, playing multiple positions. Isak looks like half. I'm not even sure half the money that they used to buy him would be what the Isak that they are seeing right now on the pitch. So I feel like Liverpool currently, I feel like they should just excuse themselves from the title race and try to salvage their season, because the more they talk about being title contenders, the more the pressure, you understand? Because if you continue like this, the pressure will only increase, because with each passing, I feel like even in Premier League now, they're under more pressure than playing in Champions League, because everybody's now their next match is against the people that started all this rubbish in the first place. Crystal Palace again. You saw how difficult it was for Arsenal to even beat the same Crystal Palace. So I think Crystal Palace will enjoy this match. If you have Mateta in your FPL, I would advise you to play Mateta this coming weekend that's coming, because you have a wonderful time. So I feel like Liverpool, they have a long way to go, but for contending for the title, they should excuse themselves and just focus on saving their season.
Team
All right,
spent
Elijah.
team spent over, if I'm not mistaken, I think over 500 million pounds, I mean almost 600 for new recruitment and everything. They tell them, they made the excuse themselves from title is Hazard. I don't understand. If not you go excuse yourself. You just dey win Premier League.
Let me let me let me, let me
You just dey win
sorry
Premier
sorry
League
let
for
me
your
let me
season. You dey come back
let me
from
point something out to you.
you dey come back
Over
title.
the
You dey come back to come defend your
so
title. You spend
oh,
almost
oh,
600 million pounds. You say me they excuse themselves.
okay, over the years, we don't see say no be by who spend money pass. Now they actually they do the now they go in the right direction. Chelsea don't spend over how much over a certain period of time. They
Yeah,
call
Chelsea
Chelsea out every
spend,
other day. Calm down,
spend,
calm down, calm down. Not
Chelsea
be that one I even want to
spend.
talk.
Okay.
Not be that one I want to talk. Look the traditional Barcelona. When we talk about Barcelona problems, the idea of carrying how many million go sign that continues them. The PSG went sign Neymar for 222 million them. You understand? Most of the times it's not about the amount of money you spend. You understand? PSG had to wash out or move on all those players before they even thought about winning the Champions League. You understand? So I don't feel like in the same way we talk about Liverpool spending, okay, you're signing Vets, you're signing Ekitike, you're signing Isak. To me, I feel like Liverpool, they did too much business of things that they do not need. You understand? It's like having, like in your home, you have a bed in your home already. You don't have bed frame. You're buying another bed again to top up the other bed when you don't have bed frame that you put the bed on. I feel like they made mistake. They should have focused more on their defense, because first of all, Van Dijk, the kind of huge guy that Van Dijk is, I feel like age-wise is gradually getting older. So the pace that Van Dijk had two years ago, he doesn't have it obviously now. You should have made options for your defense rather than over recruiting in attack. It's like front you are good, but behind there's nothing there. There's places all over. So I feel like they did wrong business. You spent a lot of money, but you did the business in the wrong part of the pitch. That's just what I think. Because even okay, they got a goalkeeper, a cover for the goalkeeper, but that guy is not looking like the Allisons of the world. You understand? So I feel like Liverpool, they are spending the money, but it was not in the right place. That's why they are suffering everything they are suffering right now. So that's just it.
What personally, I don't really think say I don't really think this is your talk about of them excusing themselves for the Premier League title. Made them not excuse themselves. Oh, I just go beg them. Made them not excuse
No, you know
themselves.
why?
Oh, they
There's a better chance of you.
they sign they
There's
sign
a
they
better
sign
chance of you.
they sign many good players. The players they need to perform well. Made them not excuse themselves.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. With more pressure of we have to make up the ground. You understand? If you let go of everything that's pressuring you and just play your football, the idea of chasing Arsenal or trying to pick up Arsenal picks up 3 points by 3 o'clock. You want to pick up 3 points by 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Will be more pressure than say you just go there go play your football.
About the pressure will
You
touch
understand? More
everybody.
pressure on the
So
The press.
make
But make they
them
calm down, make they calm down. Arsenal not go still win the league. No worry, Arsenal not go still win the
they
league. Make
must,
they not pressure themselves.
Liverpool must
Make they
fight
not
for this.
pressure.
They must fight for this Premier League title. Whether they like it or not, they must fight. And
I know it's not just out of hate from Arsenal not to win and not making the talk of this ones. But Arsenal not go win and
no,
not
no,
fear.
no, no, no,
You
no.
don't need to.
Hear me out now. And whatever team when they happen to Liverpool
Okay.
right now, whatever team when they happen to Liverpool right now, make the thing continue to happen to them. Personally, I want make the thing happen to them. Like the thing just the star says. Because Liverpool, I just believe say they really need this humbling when this humbling when they get now. I believe say they need them. So whatever team when they happen now, I just really hope now. So okay, the team never starts. You know, if Shame man, they top them. Say we they top them for table now. We they top them for table now, happy. But make the thing continue. They make the thing continue. We don't dey talk about it
Now
now
everybody prayer.
we don't dey talk about this Liverpool team now for same thing now we dey talk now for weeks. So whatever team else we dey complain, what we dey complain of, I hope say every week we go come back to this place. Because we complain, because they complain about them. They give me joy. They give me joy. So I don't really get
Mm.
about Liverpool right now, but whatever thing that happen, so be it.
Well, waiting.
Now Arsenal fan happy pass.
I'm joyful. Oh. I'm very happy. Like the Lord has done it.
What be that? The Lord has done it. So yeah, let's go, let's go. Yeah, I hear you.
All right. Sorry. Um, waiting. Waiting. I really talk about this Liverpool side and I say they're not really the control games as we know them to control games. And again, and it's not coming out to complain about teams going playing a different tactics against them or teams knowing how well to play against them. Don't really expose this Liverpool side a lot because the talks of teams going long, they don't keep the ball on the ground for us to be able to press. They give your opponents the ability to play against you. And again, talking about the
They
long
give the
ball,
ammo.
yes, to give them the armor. I'm talking about the long balls. The long balls. Van Dijk is 6'5". Konate is 6'4". Why are those guys not winning area duels? We see them during the week when they jam Frankfurt. They see small children they bring out king, flog them waiting not good. Van Dijk the dunk header, Konate the dunk header. But coming back home to play against Brentford, you don't feel win area duels. You just they kick people, they cause penalty up and down. Is this how you want to be, or is this how you're supposed to be one of the best central defenders in the history of the Premier League? No, you need to actually step up. As much as we're going to actually blame at the slot for the poor running form of Liverpool, we need to as well blame the players, the senior players. In fact, like Van Dijk and Salah. Salah scoring that goal that Saturday was. I not really go rate that goal because now mistake when come from Brentford. Honestly, I not go rate that goal. And once the very moments Liverpool go down in the game, for them to actually come back now, or more, you go actually be like my airline to come back.
More work. More work.
Liverpool coming back, like actually coming back. Because I'm not just know which one I go quick easily to come back. Even my airline say them more chance of coming back
Now your headline though.
than Liverpool coming
Now
back
your
from
headline.
go down. So I should actually wish them more of this bad performances actually. So let's move on to City. Hmm. Last weekend we talked about Haaland's Haaland carrying this City side to a title again because he don't score a lot of Man City's goals. I think the last before the Champions League, I think the last 6 or 7 goals for Man City was scored by Haaland. Then this weekend now, Man City found it very difficult to score goals. And again, Villa Park now a very interesting ground for City because they never actually win for Villa Park for 3 seasons running now. Wetin Pep need to actually do to get his wingers scoring? Because I no go really say Man City dey on a very bad form because now one loss in 8 games, and I no go call am a very bad form. Now just them visiting a bougie ground actually and losing as usual in that particular ground. Wetin Pep need to do to get his wingers or every other player scoring? Because you see Haaland on 11 goals, and after Haaland for Premier League, the next most goals now own goals from Steve against Burnley, and a Burnley player for City. Like this next highest goal scorer after Haaland for City now, a Burnley player scoring 2 own goals. Then after that, a Steve guy now Reinders and the likes on 1-1-1-1-1-1-1. Wetin Pep need to do to actually get his wingers or every other part of that team functioning in terms of goals and assists? Elijah.
I don't tell you. So okay, Elijah.
This question when you ask, I don't really know how to answer because I don't really believe sir at this stage at this stage of at this stage of being a professional footballer, you need manager to come tell you say you need to score goal as a winger, or you need manager to come tell you to come teach you how to score goal as a winger, or you need a manager to come instruct you on how to score goal as a midfielder. So I don't really know what team Pep go fit really do to these boys for them to fit the score goals. I don't really think so now. And you know if you say na system, you know if you say okay maybe the style of play they limit the wingers not to score goal, or the style of play they limit the midfielders not to score goal. So apart from Pep encouraging his boys to turn up and for the, for it to encourage them to be a good finisher. I don't really see anything. I don't really think that this city team did that bad. I don't really think say they did that really bad. Apart from say okay, we just say some matches they struggle to control the game and all that. I don't really think say they did bad. So that aside, like all of us we talk here last week and 2 weeks ago, the players need to turn up. They need to start scoring goals. Pep need to the best thing wey I feel say Pep go fit do now na to instill courage and confidence into his players. Maybe probably encourage them to shoot more. Encourage them to shoot more. Those guys they are very good shooters. So they fit get goal
No,
like that too.
no, sorry to interrupt you. That be the problem. The current Man City wingers are not good shooters of the ball. That be the major problem why they not they score. You look this boy now, this Savinho. Person go want take shots. He go just the way you talk about Fermin. You go play shots. Shot will be like pass off, like back pass to goalkeeper. The same thing with Joku. Joku go take 5 shots. Out of that 5, 6 go dey above the this thing. One go dey sidebar. Might be the inconsistency. Over the years, we don't see players like okay, even if as bad as Leroy Sané is now currently for Galatasaray, or the later Sané that we saw for Bayern Munich, we see Sané when he did Man City. We see even as bad as Sterling is now, we see Sterling when he did City. You see after they move on from those guys, you see the likes of the Mahrez them. You see what Mahrez do. That now waiting you need to get winger. Over the years, to me, I feel say wingers as a whole, they don't their pressure on them for them to perform don't drop up to a point, because if you look the likes of even when the Maluda day, even say when you look at players like the Maluda day, the Iron Robben them, the Ribery them, they turn up match week in, week out, they active. They don't care whether striker they front they score 4 goals. Then they chase their own this thing. But now you go see wingers like the Sancho when we don't know where they face for field, where they fit get one good game and 17 ghosting games. You understand? So I feel saying that the same pressure or the same problem now Man City experience, because right now I see the same thing when we talk of over dependency on Haaland. Because now only Haaland 9 goals they come from. If you can keep Haaland out of the game, probability say you don't keep Man City out fully, because Doku might not turn up. Savinho, that one they know nowhere to be found. They say a young player, but I know they see waiting. within the improvement when they bring to the team. I say up to a point, Man City over their recruitment of wingers over the years don't decline. Now, why did they suffer anything when did they suffer now? And now why the over reliance on Haaland will cost them this season? And just the way they look at, because just as the way Aston Villa fit lock Haaland from the game and make him do it, he score goal, but the rule I'm saying they offside definitely. But now so it just be. You cannot keep relying on one player all the time in for a full 38 game season. I will say realistically, not they doable.
But
You understand? So sorry for that.
looking at this Savio guy doing a spell for Girona, we see how much of a goal scorer the guy is. The guy now winger when we say okay, it's a bit dribble, he get very skillful. If he cut in and strike, the guy scored those kind of goals. He's scoring well for Girona. Same thing applies to Doku. Before Doku come Man City, when I come across the clips, I watch the highlights. This guy they capable of scoring goals. The guy fit dream ball, shoot. But now we know they see all those things now for City. Whether Pep system and they limit those guys from those abilities what they get, nobody knows. Which I really think is okay. Maybe now they affect their goal scoring output. With the wingers, they're not really they free enough to do what they want to do. Now, City wingers now they go one court, final land, court. Out of 10 times when they go court, seven or 6 or 7 times, now land they go try find. 3 times they go shoot, and the shoots and shot that they go take, no power not go there, or maybe no accuracy. So maybe personally,
Accuracy.
if you give the wingers free will to do what in their mind, I believe that those guys go really score goals. They go score goals. They capable of scoring
True.
goals. That aside,
True.
Foden, we don't say okay from that wing. Foden a very later player from that wing. We don't say okay, yes, this guy a bad shooter. But this time around, we don't really dey see that Foden when we know. When the lights go, they score from outside the team. If you did from that right wing, if they not mark am, say they free from there, the light shot, they enter. But this time around, we never say anything like that. So personally, I feel say Pep need to personally Pep need to he need to tweak he need to tweak his style of play. Give the players more free will. I believe say then go score more, they go score goals. And that aside, I feel say Pep said they play some of these players out of position. If they play, I see City line up against Arsenal, I just shake it. Like player when be central player when be central defender now, they carry am go left back. The one where be midfielder, they carry am go right back. Bro, all those things I feel say they
Slot
affect the team too.
send an info.
They affect the team. Play these players to their strengths. Play them to their strengths. Give them more free will. They will score goals. They're capable of scoring goals. Not just to rely on Ireland. Like you won't build a team around Ireland. There's a downside to it, which I feel that they really experience against Aston Villa. And in the coming weeks to come, they will see experience more like that too against a very strong opposition.
Well, well,
Sorry, this
okay,
point. This sorry, blessed. This
okay.
point when you make about Pep affecting the players, I actually give am thought just now, because if you look the influence when Jack Grealish they get currently for the Everton squad, you see the amount of shots where that guy they take. It be like the Jack Grealish one we see for Villa a couple of years ago. So I feel like up to a point, maybe Pep get part to play on why these players their finishing or their ability to take shots finally in the box
Now
don't they
why
limited.
now why
So
we not see the
then I
best
go
of
take
Now, why we not see the best of Grealish for City now due to Pep system and his style of play? Why we not see the best of him? If not, Grealish is a very 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 good player, but unfortunately for her, I feel say
true
career opportunity
first.
don't. So, wish him all the
It don't
best.
end first. First.
Well. Your greatest strength can also be your greatest weakness. That became gradually a problem over the years. His greatest strength was his greatest attributes now, his ability to bring out solutions, like his dynamism in thoughts. Now why he be one of the best managers over years in this game. But then again, this dynamism in his thoughts don't we don't see him say he feel him at some point. His first Champions League final with Man City. We still say he overthink that final with his squad and then fielded a squad that was unable to defeat the Chelsea side. And now we don't see him actually sign a lot of wingers. Going back to these talks of if the Man City wingers know they score a lot. We don't see him sign a lot of wingers from Leroy Sané to Raheem Sterling to Mahrez to Bernardo Silva to Jack Grealish to Doku. Like, well, actually talk now, so this present set of Man City wingers now the worst. Part
Yeah,
of the blame part of the blames could be on Pep and his system. But even them on their own, they get in the positions to actually strike the ball. Just like as Mario talk. They give some kind of baby shots, you understand? When you get your chance, you take out. We don't see chances fall to Mares. Mares with the wicked arrow too. We don't see chances fall to Raheem Sterling in his prime. Not this current one when Chelsea don't kill him. The Raheem Sterling in his prime. We don't see chances fall to Raheem Sterling in his prime. We know what Pep used Raheem Sterling do. Pep used Raheem Sterling win league. You understand? Playing as a winger and as a false nine. So down on the positive side of his dynamism. The negative side of his dynamism now they show for Doku and Savino right now because you go see Doku go do everything, go cash like 20
Ovigwe.
people, go do all the leg works and everything. But then again, the outputs, if not be say Haaland a very clinical striker and be say one chance, one goal striker. Even the little positives from Doku in terms of the crosses, if even they come to waste. Now Haaland they basically they carry the team, they carry the players, they carry everybody. So what Pep needs to actually do now to actually get his wingers to be confident in front of goal again, not just in putting out assists and all of that. So I feel you don't actually pass the prime. Pep don't actually pass his major prime for this managing of a team. Or everything when he just
exactly.
everything when Pep they do now na just make it not be like say I don't come out, make it just be
That
like say I
guy,
run, make it not
that
be
guy
like say
did break.
he's tired. He
The
did
guy
very
did
well.
break. Yeah,
He's
the guy
tired.
did. The guy did very like what in Jurgen Klopp talk before during the time when he resigned. He thought say don't they one out. I personally I believe now what they happen to Pep now. The guy just need to take some time off football. And that aside,
And Moreno.
he signed
Moreno too.
yeah, Moreno too. Shey Pep signed new contract with City, Abi? Was it last year, Abi last 2 years?
He
Last year.
extended by a couple like a season or so, be a couple of seasons.
I don't really expect anything from Pep again. Like I know not beside I know rate I'm saying a good manager, but I don't really expect much from him. And if he decides okay, once he did this City, he want the City for next season. I believe say he will carry money again, go sign wingers. The kind of reinforcements where City go do again next season for that their attack. They will sign like two new wingers or so to reinforce the squad. And I know personally I don't really think say anything. We will still see something new from them. So personally I just feel say the guy just need to take some break. He need to take some time off football.
Elijah, your camera there on.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Why not come to see you? All right, let's move on
Uh,
to
uh,
you say Maru.
I want to talk about Haaland
All right,
because the whole Haaland scenario, just like you talk, say Haaland one touch, one goal. Then are down to the quality of Haaland because I feel say Haaland for a team like, might give example, Bayern Munich currently with Haaland, with the way things they fluid for that side as they go. So we see say the wingers they active and everything. If person like Haaland be they squad like that, that guy for one day worse than he did now. Because to me, for football wise, when it comes to free flowing football, Bayern Munich they one of the best right now. And on the years they go under the radar, nobody they talk about them that much. And aging hurricane and everything, but they see the fire on all cylinders. So I feel say kudos to Haaland still, but Pep obviously he get a lot of work to do if he want to continue. But like I say the top flight football, don't tire the guy. And I feel say a years for England, e not dey very long again at this point.
All right. Going back to Arsenal right now. We see Arsenal play against a very compact Crystal Palace side, a very scrappy 3 points for Arteta and his boys. Is he scoring the winner against his former team? Not much to say about this Arsenal side, honestly. Not much. Not much at all because now what thing we expect them to do now, they do. And now the same thing now they do week in, week out, the set piece goals. We'll talk about the sustainability of the set piece goals. But one very question I want to ask everybody now, because we don't hear the talks now, say Arsenal now. Everybody all of a sudden, because of say Man City lose, Chelsea lose, Liverpool lose, everybody now just want to give the league to Arsenal. For game week 9, with a lot of matches to go, a lot of weeks and months to go by. Do you think this Arsenal team gets waiting it take to go all the way?
Oh, okay, man, start this time.
All right,
First of all, first of all, you know, say last season we thought say Arsenal na dark art football
all right.
that they play. We got to apologize with that Arsenal squad because those guys don't know anything about dark arts. Now this season now they see the real ability to play dark arts and win anyhow it come. And so far, Arsenal they enjoy everything they do so far. But I feel like traditionally, waiting doesn't they cost Arsenal na matches like this when you see the matches like Fulham, the Crystal Palace, them match when they drop points on. And those matches now they pick points on like this now. So like, for me, I feel like it's good for a team that is thinking about contending for the title. But the season, like you said, the season is still long, but I feel like these points that Arsenal are picking up, all these points when they pick up now where they don't fall short of over the years. So the part that they pick all these points as at now, in as much as I don't like it as a Chelsea fan, this is what you need to win the league. You understand? Now match like this when you know you know how the Mourinho they do that year now, all those Gerard fall and all those kind of things where you just go there, just anyhow the win come, it no matter, shall win. So I feel say now waiting Arteta don't see Arteta don't play beautiful football, it's say no work. Now Arteta they do anything and everything to get 3 points. Arsenal can play beautiful football for 15 minutes, get a goal, and go full dark arts. They go full martial arts plus dark arts plus everything in one. So I feel like they are doing well. But what thing that affect Arsenal are their ability to handle the pressure. Now they are top of the table. Is the ability to hold it and not crack under pressure that will now determine if they are good enough to win the league. But so far, they are doing very well. Kudos to Arsenal and Arteta.
All right, Elijah, quick one. Do you think this Arsenal
Uh,
team has what?
okay. I just see comments all through the weekend when people they talk about Arsenal like being title favorites now due to say other teams not they don't really perform. But personally, I think say it's too early to make that call. Just game week 8, I been 9. People don't they talk
Man,
about title favorites when we all know how unpredictable the Premier League is. So I just think say it's too early to make those title calls. And looking at this Arsenal side, I really think say they really get a lot of work to put into this team. Though the positive side to it now say they not really they concede goals, which we know is okay. Yes, for you to be emerge as CPS champions, you need to be very very good defensively, which Arsenal is right now. So that aside, I see one start this morning. I think for open play goals, Arsenal they 17th.
17th.
17th, and that is a very, very, very terrible record. Very, very terrible. Just imagine. So I believe say the team really get it. If they want really win this title, the APA title, they really get a lot of work to put into the team, especially their attack and all that. So I think say they really get the players to do them. But now the question is say whether they go really turn up. We don't see that we don't see it we all know the Arsenal when we say when we see the previous years like last year 2 years ago 3 years ago they go feel really turn up if they fit even turn up attacking wise the way they do previous seasons last season and last 2 seasons ago if they fit turn up attacking wise this season plus that defensive record bro I don't really think Arsenal will get competition they'll get any competition at all for this league so too early to make a call regarding the title, but I believe Arsenal gets whatever it takes to win to win this Premier League.
Oh, come on. Personally, as an Arsenal fan, I did happy with 3 points. There are some games just like Ateta talk. Say this now the best victory they don't experience this particular season. Uh, after the match, I was a bit angry with the way the match because of the lack of the performance when Arsenal players actually put out. But hearing things like Saka playing through an illness, Saliba playing through an injury, Gabriel playing through an injury, and all of that, it shows okay the players actually really want fight for the team. But this is game week 9 and they don't actually put a really good fight until this particular point. The defense now waiting to carry this team basically, even from the clean sheets to the goals. The goal contributions mainly they come from the back lines, spearheaded by Gabriel, the best centre back in the world, boldly. I'll say that again. Gabriel Magalhaes is the best centre back in the world. Far better than Van Dijk. Far everybody one call is better than the person. So
Oh, Thiago Silva.
we'll
I'm
go
gonna fire you.
please. Gabriel don't go for this. I beg you. So as I was saying, there's room for improvement. Make me not actually forget the fact say Arsenal get a lot of players out injured. The likes of Kai Havertz currently, honestly, I dey miss Havertz. If they ever tell me for this life say I go miss Havertz, the way I dey miss Havertz now, I don't go believe because the Havertz in this side could bring something different and it could actually create a more competitive spirit for that number 9 spot because I dey feel say Gyökeres, as much as he dey work hard, he don't dey feel so relaxed. He don't dey feel so relaxed and he no dey want take chances as much as I really want him to. But the most important thing again, taking your 3 points anyhow and anyway, which Arsenal currently they do. Then again, the open play goals, which is a bone of contention. Arsenal they actually create chances. The only problem are converting those chances. And teams currently now the one they actually play on a very low and mid block against Arsenal. Something where we see last season and also we see them last 2 seasons. So I don't go really blame the team if Arsenal for not really scoring a lot of open play goals. Last season in this set of fixtures when we don't play in the last 4 or 5 games against West Ham, Fulham, and now Crystal Palace. Now games when Arsenal actually draw points in these fixtures. And seeing that we're able to actually take the 3 points in this game, scraping the 3 points against Fulham with a 1-0 win, scraping the 3 points against Crystal Palace yesterday with a 1-0 win. So you can also say they're actually ready to actually challenge. But again, still very early into the season. And our BBL backline actually. That's something when Chelsea not feel actually boast of. And now I want to actually go.
Calm down, we know, but say if we not actually hold down this performance, this is not our best chance in a while to compete for Premier
So
League.
these first 2 seasons,
Because
now everybody talks about Arsenal best chance in the world. Every season, Arsenal best
no,
chance
this
in
are
the world.
actually because if we not bottle this one now, this one will go be the real bottle. You don't dey drink bottle already.
This one not be this one,
You
this
feel
one
like
not
so
be
that
real
don't bottle
bottle.
am already. You
This
don't
one not be
bottle
the,
water already.
this one not, this is there's no
See,
there's okay
when you when
five
you drink when you drink that
3
water finish,
matches.
when you drink that water finish, just keep the bottle, just keep it for your shelf. Yeah, not to wear because that's like your trophy for this season. Just when a bottle affairs.
See, yeah,
When a bottle affairs.
there's nothing like the bottling. You understand? Arsenal last season when Arsenal supposed actually challenge for the title. I know we're not supposed to talk about this particular part yet. We're not supposed to actually challenge for title. We see them go through a lot of injuries. You understand? Now, why Liverpool actually gets amazing. Now, why last season I told them the reason why Liverpool gets the league is now because of see, every other team they in shambles. So if every other team, the only excuse now say if every other team they in shambles at during this season, just right now the season Liverpool already they in shambles. If Man City too begin get their own on and off, and Arsenal stay consistent from now up until February, March, and then ended up losing the league, which I don't think say if Arsenal free reach March this particular season, then they're not going to bottle up like how many seasons ago, just we on the talk. I don't see I'm happening. But the league still they open. This is match week 9. Just the way I talk when everybody talk about
Yeah,
Liverpool.
still very
Just the
open.
way I talk when everybody talk about Liverpool being 5 points clear and running away with the league after 5 match days. I just look at and say it's not possible with you running away in the league. They bring history of nobody don't ever give out the league with this much gap after 5 match days. Where Liverpool they now for table. So Premier League and League
For
when they
Premier
say
League.
Premier League and League when they say they open up until the very last day. We've seen last day battles over the years. And I believe my Arsenal team. Personally, I won't keep reiterate on the BBL backline. You understand? Ateta really go far and wide to organize the shape of the backline. You understand? The shape of the backline with Pastor Timber at the right hand side and my model Calafiori on the left hand side, and the partnership of the European and the South American in terms of Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes, the best centre back in the world.
They better win something.
They
If not,
will.
another club will carry them.
They will. Nobody else.
Over the years,
Nobody comes close.
we don't see. Now so when I praise Van Persie, they chop off on
That's
hand.
not an Arsenal
My
team.
brother at the top.
Any team will not come like if any Arsenal team will go before 2021, 2022 season. No, be Arsenal team. Arsenal starts from 2021
They be
to
waiting. That's so
they
no
be
history
Arsene
FC.
Wenger
We
team.
not get history. We not get.
They be Arsene Wenger boys. So let's talk,
Okay.
talking about defense now. Again, the last talk of the Premier League weekend, Chelsea versus Sunderland, where Chelsea started briskly. Mauro, look at me. Chelsea started briskly with Alejandro Garnacho scoring in the 4th minute for his first goal for the first goal for Chelsea against Sunderland. And after that goal, everybody thinks this is going to be another Ajax versus Chelsea massacre in broad daylight. But Chelsea failed to hold the ball, to control the game for the remaining parts of the match, leaving Sunderland coming back into the game with an equalizer and then a late winner in this particular match. Not much to talk about, but first of all, I want to ask you, Mauro, questions on Chelsea's attack. Last week, I asked you something about João Pedro. You said you don't be bothered. Are you bothered now?
Slightly. Not based on his ability,
Okay.
but based on the fact that I've seen him now. He has cleaner hair styles.
You're all
He's
getting
carrying all back fresh. He's carrying fresh all back every other week. Are you not training, bro? I need all those times when you see the carry fresh. I will prefer to see your all back scatter. See you come side piece deliver. Because for me, I felt like that game, João Pedro was not present at all. First of all, the first goal, the ball deflecting off him, I felt like he was not paying enough attention. I would say that one is harsh, but to me, he was not paying enough attention because if he had cleared that ball immediately, one touch clearance, that ball would have gone further away from goal, and the Sunderland player will not have the time to have a simple flick into goal. But it was one of those games, but Chelsea were terrible because I actually gave them too much. I gave them too much trust on the day. Because of the form that they showed me against Ajax, I felt okay. Sunderland is walkover. I was like, well, it's an easy match. I went to sleep. I slept off. I was like, 3 points. I was surprised when I woke up. I was seeing 2-1. Then I went ahead to watch the replay. I could not watch the replay of the second goal up till yesterday night when I saw the defending, and I was shocked. that our defenders were giving full body massage to our opponents in the game of football. Choloba was actually watching. Choloba chill, they watch. He fold the hand, they watch. They turn, they score them. So I feel like that game in all round was terrible. There were a lot of sideways passes. When they started, I was like, okay, we scored. I was like, when I saw Ganacho making it about him, telling everybody I've arrived, that was already a red flag because this one is not it's not a you performance, it's a team performance. You have scored one goal, you are leading 1-0. Focus and win the game. Immediately they scored them back. It was not long. I said, okay. I was expecting them to win the game in the second half. Second half, only to lose 2-1 to Sunderland. They're just coming back from relegation, or they're coming back to the Premier League after how many years. So to me, it was a very disappointing performance, and it boils down to the same thing I complain about every other week: inconsistency. It's not the ability to beat Liverpool or to beat a bigger team; it's the ability to do it over a space of time every other weekend. You are Chelsea, you cannot turn up today and decide that okay, next week I might turn up, I might not turn up. You understand? If you're playing for Chelsea, you have to turn up every other week. You cannot defend well today and go and have a disastrous game the next weekend, allowing Manchester United fans to have something to laugh about. Somebody that is not able to stand well on the ground, that is using crutches, is laughing at you, that is standing, that's supposed to be standing with your two legs firm on the ground. You know, it was disappointing from Chelsea. It was very disappointing. It was very disappointing. And I will not lie, this one does not give me confidence going into the next match week against Tottenham, because if you cannot beat Sunderland, I don't think it's even as
But Chelsea,
defensively sound as
see,
Tottenham this season.
anytime when Chelsea see Tottenham, that will not be. We'll talk about that one for the next weekend preview. That I don't really see that much as something when Chelsea do actually struggle. So,
Exactly. Now be the thing. And when I tell you, say, personally, I feel saying that based on, and when I talk about, when I tell you, say, it boils down to consistency. Chelsea now, they feel just like they don't fool themselves against Sunderland, because I felt like it was a disgrace to lose against Sunderland. Now, you have lost against Sunderland. You're going to have a good game against, or maybe a good game against Tottenham. Everybody says, we'll clap for you. Then maybe you go against the next relegation team and you can't disgrace yourself again. Or you go against somebody that is struggling in the league. Maybe it might be a West Ham or Wolves. So that's inconsistency. You cannot win, you cannot hope to build a title winning side by losing against the team that are supposed to be picking up easy wins against. So that's my major problem. And that's what I feel that they need to work on. Because some kind of games, you see them, they turn up as if it's like a friendly. You see them like I can go and watch their training for maybe this middle of this week now, or they are preparing for next week, and you see them laughing. They are happy. They are cracking jokes on the training pitch. Like there's something happy. There's something that they are supposed to be happy about for the weekend that just passed. So I feel like they need to own up and know that they are playing for Chelsea and turn up every other day, not whenever they feel like, oh, some certain matches or rival matches or big matches. Turn up every other week against any team. Pedro Neto had a poor game. In as much as he had an assist, to me, he had a poor game. So that's my take. I'm not happy at all. Nothing about this weekend suits me at all.
you feel the happy since now. You
So
don't invest. You watch like this.
yes, I dey relive the experience like this now. Body
Oh,
dey pepper.
flashback.
I not say alright.
Oh,
When they laugh me. Who just dey win match in 9 months they laugh me.
yeah,
What champions?
yeah,
No, no, it's not possible. That can't be possible,
yeah.
but it is what it is. I expect them to pick up their form and perform better going forward.
Champions. Elijah, what do you think about
Respect, you
this
don't
Chelsea?
do.
What do you think
Respect
about this Chelsea
yourself.
side? Look, we'll hear from Elijah actually, because you actually loved hate watching Chelsea. So you think, say, this Chelsea side they're ready for a title challenge? Do you think they are ready generally as a team?
Well, that's on Saturday. That's on Saturday. the, the kind of joy I get. The kind of joy I get. Ah, funny enough, my money be there on Chelsea, but And then last day, that second goal, the one to appear. The one to appear. But banter aside, I just believe say I just think consistency the worry this Chelsea team. Because we don't say yes, this team they capable of playing a very good football. They're capable of playing beautiful football, but it can't be as if they select time when they select time to perform well. They select time
to
to
turn
turn
up.
up and time not to turn up. And this same thing when they affect Chelsea now, I believe now we see affect them last season too. Because looking at Chelsea performances last season, I believe say Chelsea they for even finish for second position. Even ahead of who finished second ahead of Arsenal or maybe City. But due to say they're not really turn up, they drop a lot of points against the smaller teams. Just imagine, say, okay, they play a big six team, you turn up where if you don't win, you draw, which is a very good result. But you can't play small team now for league. You not they collect maximum points. Now, what happened to them all through last season? So just imagine now, say last season, just if he gets maximum 3 points against those small clubs, obviously, they for finished second position last season because the point between Arsenal and Chelsea not really too far fetched last season. So same thing now don't they happen to the Chelsea side again. Inconsistency. You know, they beat these small teams, these so-called small teams. Team where you just they come for relegation, they come your house, they beat you. There's no excuse to that now. There's no excuse to that. And now Chelsea play Tottenham next week. Now Chelsea will go beat Tottenham for Tottenham home. Typical Chelsea. Typical
Peace then.
turn up against big team. When it reach time to catch this small team, beat them at your convenience. No, you don't they turn up. And I believe now we see
Chelsea
that happen to them currently. But hopefully, as a rival fan, hopefully I just believe say maybe we think that happen to them now. May continue to happen to them.
Long way
To
to
put
leave, Abby.
to put more smile on our faces. Understand? It's not easy to dey get joy every weekend. So make wetin happen to them for weekend. Obviously, make the thing may it last long. Na so na
thought
Long,
I'd fire you.
long may Chelsea suffer.
Take your time.
yes now.
Take your time.
Well,
That would not happen, Sha.
my honest take on this Chelsea side, I always talk am say this work when Maresca dey do na work of magician because if not for the medieval days, you go easily fit call Enzo Maresca Merlin because actually working with this group of young and raw talents and magic na that guy dey perform. Because today you go know now, na small children today they go dey calm headed to perform well. The next match they go dey very high power, begin get red cards. Before you know again, they suck into themselves, they get bad performances. So Maresca first of all would take a credit for handling these boys over the past 2 years, winning the Conference League and also winning the Club World Cup. But the owners still need to do a lot because if at this stage they not help Maresca by signing better players, like matured players, ready players, or ready-made players, not because carry go give Taylor make it so for you players. You understand? I mean, already made players. Chelsea not go actually achieve a lot, and and they go always get this up and downs every season. Not that the players are bad, but some of them not the Chelsea standard. Some of them go actually need to work twice or three times as hard to become Chelsea standard. But before they go fit get to that level, the owners need to help the manager by going to the market and signing proven players, not future talent. Maybe say you go buy in order for you to sell and make profits much later. But not to give, not to take away the attention from this Sunderland side. I want to make we actually talk about the Sunderland side because them coming into the Premier League and being promoted, playing in the playoffs, not even being the best team in the championship. With a very young owner, I just see the owner of Sunderland at 27 years old. I mean, years 90 of us did, but the owner of Sunderland at 27. Basically,
Now Niger government to go ask question. Let me ask. We go ask our leaders.
because no, you guys are
It's
leaders.
dark.
Is
It's
the
dark.
guy parents one time the owners of Marseille. So he actually bought a minority shares of this Sunderland side when he was 23. Imagine buying a minority shares for Sunderland, for buying a Premier League team, or sorry, a football team's minority shares at 23. You go know the kind of investments when your parents don't put into the guy. And to know for your parents to actually
I was
invest in
born
him.
with a silver spoon, and then I lost the spoon.
They will buy you the silver spoon. People there were not even born with any kind of spoon. Only hands. So
What cousin really singer give us?
the guy don't really show a lot because he actually invests in this side, going to sign a lot of players. This Sunderland team not be the team when we say actually help them cross over from the championship. If we actually look so well, he sign, and he's signing not really go for big names. He go for players when we say go give them the stability until. And I believe say until they get that stability before he go actually invest in this team for them to stay up. And in terms of destiny swap again, just the way Liverpool and Man U take swap destiny. Now so Sunderland and Wolves now don't still take swap destiny because
This swap.
I believe say Sunderland will actually go down. So we don't want to spend time on this particular session. Lastly, the last part of the weekend, Ovigo of the week. Ovigo of the week to everybody when they watch us now. The player maybe say perform the worst among the top 6 teams. So, Maru, who be your Vigo of the week? Maru,
Figure of the week.
yes.
In as much as I hate to say it, I was actually expecting a better playing performance from a lot of players. But personally, I'll go with Jao Pedro because he
Mhm.
did not turn up for me at all. I'm going with my own player because I feel like I need to hold him responsible.
João
He did not
Pedro.
turn up at all this week, and I was very disappointed. Yes, I was very disappointed with his return.
All right. So until we find a particular name to give, because we need to get a special name for your most impressive player of the week. We'll never get him yet. So you and the watchers just calm down. We'll get a very sweet name. We just come up with a Vigo of the week because of how much we love that name. So, Mara, which player really impressed you the most for the this Premier League weekend?
The player that impressed me the most, I'm going to say, which player impressed me? I'm going to say Easy because of the fact that he went and played against his former team. Even in as much as the game was not easy for him, he did not just ghost. He tried his best, and in the end, he got a goal.
All right,
So I was very impressed with his return for the
it's
week.
all right, it's
Yeah,
all
so
right.
I'll go with Eze.
Elijah, your Vigo of the week for you, Elijah.
Looking at this weekend, I believe see a lot of players not really turn up to they not really play to standard. But in as much as a lot of players not really turn up this weekend, but they're still the worst out of the worst. So I watched that Chelsea game, and I'm not really that impressed with João Pedro at all. Like, Naim be my big of the week. He not really play well. Like, I never even think say even get any shot on target for that match at all.
You
The
never
guy
get
was
shot at
almost
for
not
seven games. You don't
exactly.
get seven. You don't get seven corner. You never get one shot. Not talking about on target.
He misplaced pass, he dribble miss, everything he did wrong in that
I,
match.
I, I,
Even the first goal, na him deflect from.
I
So
pay close attention to him during the Chelsea game. I just see say something is wrong somewhere. But whatever team where they wrong with him, I hope say the team continue to.
Una, respect yourself, oh. Respect yourself. Respect
All right, shout
yourself.
out, shout out. No time, no time, okay. No time.
Well, my player of the week, best player of the week now, obviously,
Mbuemo. Mbuemo.
Brian
Now Buemo Abi.
Brian Ubemo.
Yeah.
Obviously, we don't see say
Now him be my second pick.
we say come the we
Now
say
him be my second pick
come
before.
on, we don't see how far he don't settle in and scoring 5 goals. I mean, not be small.
Now him they push. Now him they push Man U right now. To
Yeah.
me, now the best. As when you talk about traditional Man U player, now him they be like that guy right now for the squad. So
So
kudos to Buemo.
I be my player of the week.
All right. Well, for me, my weeks of the week, well, I still don't already put Pedro. I personally be one pick Pedro, but I was not on to make it not be say the sticks down there on the guy too much. I won't actually lie Virgil van Dijk down, man. Make I make I
What
give
did
am
this guy?
assist.
What did this guy do you? 3 weeks. 3 weeks in a row.
Make I give am assist. See if you possible say because I just slide that Van Dijk, make I just lay am flat. You know those primary school decks. Make I lay am, make person hold the leg and the hand. Make I just draw, make I drag a nika small, make small part of the hand just show. Make I line that small part. See,
May you kill her.
cause Van Dijk
Best
na
defender
scam.
he
in the
come. He come alive. Say he come alive. Say everybody to look inward. Inward. Like say not being go look himself like 7 times.
So,
He go look himself like 7 times. Where anybody go look himself.
now best
so
defender
man,
in the world that you want like now best
this
defender in
guy
the world that
really
you want like
See,
one life
see, that guy has always been overhyped. That guy to me, that guy was never. He not good reach the
more than wait
Vidic, the
this
John
are topic
Terry.
for a different
He
day.
not good reach for any day.
Tomorrow we'll talk this topic.
Any day. And not another day. Why you put down out there for anybody?
See,
Person
I
they
ready for Van
twerk.
Dijk any day,
75
anytime.
million twerker.
I ready for Van Dijk anytime. So this week now my Ovigo of the week and my best player of the week this week basically now Brian Belmo. The guy now. I can't wait for him to go to the Nations Cup and leave Manchester United
I
behind.
don't feel wait.
So
That time. We are waiting.
leave Man United
We
behind to
are
actually
calmly
suffer.
waiting.
So with that,
Is-
Omo, this is a very interesting session. The full time friends session. This was a very interesting and very lengthy one. If you have stayed with us up until this session, thank you for your time and for your commitment. So please do well to like,
for the love.
share, and subscribe,
Share.
and leave your comments in the comment section about the games, about the classico, about Manchester United coming back, and also Liverpool suffering. Do you still like is Van Dijk still the best centre back in the world? Is Chelsea going to score goals? Are their strikers going to get back on track? Is Arsenal going to win the league? Chelsea fans, Arsenal fans, Man United fans, Barcelona fans, Real Madrid fans, hit the like, hit the share, and hit the subscribe button, comment. And it is full time with the full time friends. And I'm thanking my guys right here. Thank you, Maru. Thank you, Elijah.
As usual.
There are more contents coming up.
Peace out.
Leave it ready for us. Thank you very much.
Mona ready for me this week. I'm coming.
You don't
And they
do
can continue my streak.
what are the